Hey girl, it's your girl Keke, and I'm back with another episode of Let's Talk About It. And today we've got a very special guest with us today. My heart, she's very special and her music is fire. I could say so much more, but let's give it up for Aniyah. Hi, honey.
Hey, baby, how are you? I'm great. Thanks for having me.
I'm doing good, girl. Thanks for asking. Well, before we talk about what's currently going on, I like to reminisce on the past. Aniyah, girl, let's take a walk down memory lane. What was it that initially drew you into the industry and made you want to pursue music?
What, Chile? Well, I kept seeing IMVU stuff and was like, ugh. Then I met a close friend of mine and we were like talking for about 2 months before I joined. She told me if I ever decided to join, she'd help me navigate through my career. And so basically she did. And yeah, I've been here since December 2023, but started releasing music in January this year.
Girl, I gotta ask, once you got your foot in the door, how did you feel entering the industry for the first time?
To be honest, I felt like a lot of people were doubting me, but I just decided to prove them wrong. With my second album, Chosen, I kept pushing through even when old labels of mine didn't believe in it. But it charted and the tour did well, so I'm proud of myself.
Girl, this industry is a rough one. It's like every man for themselves out there. Sometimes you'll catch a break from a few people willing to help you out. I'm proud of you, girl. After you dropped your second album, did anyone from record labels reach out to you? And if so, what are your expectations when it comes to signing with a label?
Well, Upper Echelon has had their eyes on me for a while now, and I didn't even know. It was flattering to know they love me, and ever since I joined, they have been showing me love and treating me like the queen I am. While I am the princess of R&B, I still consider myself a queen in my own right.
Girl, I'm curious. How does it feel to be at that particular label? Do you feel like the people around you are supportive and caring, or is there rivalry between the artists to get attention from the CEO?
Well, yes, I love the label, and I like everyone there too. As far as competition goes, honestly, I could care less. Creativity plays a huge role, and some hating hoes lack that. But no, there's no competition. Only me competing with the person I was yesterday. Ilmao.
Yeah, girl, that's the right attitude. Okay, now tell me, who did you work with on your second album? Any big features or favorite producers you collaborated with?
Awu. I worked with Zai Hussein on a song called Jump. It's on the deluxe version. I also teamed up with Chris Brown on a track called How We Roll. I've got Better Things with Virtual Summer. And then there's another one that didn't make the cut for my album, but did make it for LVI Dream. It's called Good to You, featuring me and her.
Girl, let me ask you this. After you got a name for yourself, how was your love life like during that time? Anything crazy happen while you were out there dating?
Before, I didn't know what I wanted. I was in love with a boy who was in a whole ass relationship, and I was messing around with different people to get over it. But I realized I didn't truly love myself like I could have. So I went on a journey of loving myself before anyone else. And trust me, it took a while. I always thought I did, but then I realized I didn't. Once I started that journey, I was like, any man that wants me, gotta come to me. And boom, 2 weeks later, I met my fiance on the first day of school in real life. Now, yeah, we're getting married soon.
Congrats on that, girl. And tell me, since entering the industry, have you managed to make some real friendships or does everything feel like pure business?
Business, honey, very much so. There's only a handful of people I could actually call friends because I don't trust these hoes. But I love them, but I'm also a smart bark. So, yeah, lol.
Girl, I know what you mean. When I entered the industry, I also thought everyone was my friend, but I quickly realized things in Hollywood ain't always what they seem. Back in the day, I found out some of the women were trying to mess around with my first husband, and to top it off, they were out there trying to stop my come up. I got a story for you, girl. Now that we've discussed your music, tell me, what led you to starting your own production company?
Well, I've always wondered where the hell are the IMVU movies? Where in the fuck are all the actors and talented young men and women who want to be on the screen, right? So then I started researching how to do this stuff and filming and editing. And honey, let me tell you, next year IMVU Studios is on top. I got my inspiration from my auntie Nicole, so make sure you go check out naughty TV shows. IMVU should go way beyond just music. Anyone can make a show, but what about a network? We definitely need more of that. I want it to be the first step in making a better change. Even though there are already some platforms out there, ain't nothing quite like IMVU Studios.
You got it, girl. First off, let me just say thank you for wanting to work with me and making my dream come true. We most definitely got more to accomplish together. It's a process. You know how some people expect everything to fall into place instantly, but filming, editing, and the whole shebang takes time. And since we're on the topic, let's talk about who you'd love to work with in the world of acting. Who's your dream co star?
Nicki Minaj, my auntie Nicole, my cousin Naya, Kanye West, Bloom, and maybe a few others. I love them all. And of course, Misty and Bunny, they're on the list too.
Preach, girl. I love that for you. Now, tell me what's good in your life right now in terms of music and your production company. Anything new in the works or upcoming projects we should be excited about?
Well, just dropped a new song called Prayed For, and it's doing well. I have performances coming up and a new song soon that I can't speak too much on. Oh, and I've been shooting a reality show for the past 2 months with my fiance, and we've named it Naya and Trap. It's all about following our love lives and stuff. A documentary is coming out in 2025, and I've been working with new artists on more films and stuff.
Yeah, girl, prepare for annihilation in 2025. Everyone make sure to follow and support her on all platforms. Now tell me, in your experience in the industry, do you feel like things have changed since you first started? Is it a positive or negative change?
Screw that. I've learned a lot about people's true colors. So now I just get on to work and log out. To hell with everyone else. This is for me and my Nia Nation. That's it.
That's what I want to hear, girl. Now let me ask you this. Is there anyone in particular you have in mind to work with on a future project? Someone who inspires you or whose talent you admire?
Nicki Minaj and Dolly Starwood.
Perfect. That would make for an amazing collaboration. Now, if you had the chance to give advice to a newcomer entering the industry, what words of wisdom would you share with them?
I would just say be 100% authentically you. Ain't no need to be afraid to let your art show just because everyone else isn't doing it. Please, don't be a follower. Do your own thing, master it, and then conquer this industry. Make sure you stay humble too. Don't let little things bother you. You matter and you are important, no matter which. And last but not least, don't kiss anyone's ass, no matter who they are.
Okay, let's change things up a bit. Instead of the usual messy chat, today we're going to play a game of random questions. Girl, I'm married and you're about to tie the knot too. So here's the question on the table. Do you believe that amazing intimacy is a must in a relationship, or is a man's intellectual acumen more important to you?
That's a good question. Personally, I believe that good chemistry and connection, including good sex, is important in a relationship. But I also value intelligence and ambition in a partner. So a man who is both book smart and emotionally intelligent would definitely be a priority for me. But hell, he better know how to lay that good zick down. Because, baby, I'd be in the mood, lol. What's one thing that you absolutely cannot compromise on in a relationship, and why is it non negotiable for you?
For me, it's about a guy who has financial stability and the ability to protect me, especially in my reality TV world. That's why I chose my husband. He provides and takes care of business. Mad respect to my Black King, Jay.
Oh, awesome. You've got one more question, right? Because I've never had anyone give a review yet. I'm curious. How do you like how I run and manage my company?
I have to give mad credit to you. You do an amazing job. Your communication skills are top notch, and the fact that we can adapt to each other's schedules is fantastic. I understand the challenge of balancing around others' time, especially with the real life things we have going on. You're rocking this. All right, let's wrap up with one last question. In your experience, what are some major challenges you believe artists often face in the industry? And what changes do you feel need to happen for improvement?
It's sad that some artists feel like they're not good enough because all they see is love going towards the higher ups or those with connections. It's time for a change. I think we should make everyone feel welcomed instead of putting others down or showing preferential treatment.
All right, that's a wrap on today's interview. Big thanks to Aniyah for joining us and sharing her wisdom, talent, and insights with our audience. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to chat with us. Before we say goodbye, any final shout outs or messages you want to share?
Aw, thanks so much for having me. Don't forget, I love you, Naya Nation.